Tyler Police Department investigators arrested William George Davis of Hallsville, Texas, on one count of murder. The warrant for murder was issued by Judge Jack Skeen, and a bond of $2 million was set.
Tonight, the case is growing against a former East Texas nurse accused of killing at least one patient and targeting many more. Former nurse 34-year-old William Davis is charged with the death of a patient at the Lewis and Peaches Owen Hart Hospital in Tyler. The victim in this case, 47-year-old Christopher Greenaway.
Tyler Police Chief Jimmy Toller says representatives from the hospital went to the police with concerns about a nurse who might have been involved in intentionally causing harm to patients. Toller said the patients were experiencing unexplained symptoms inconsistent with their treatment and recovery.
So far, the investigation has turned up 7 possible victims, including Greenaway.
5 of the potential victims suffer from significant injuries. 2 of them died. CBS 19's Darcy Burton is in the newsroom with more.
The separate incidents date back to June of 2017, with the most recent being at the beginning of this year. Now, Davis was removed from patient care on January 25th, and he was fired on February 15th. While the investigation is still ongoing, the arrest affidavit gives us a clearer picture into what happened to these potential victims.
All we can say is that his actions caused these injuries.
At the press conference earlier this afternoon, Tyler Police Chief Jimmy Toller spoke about the investigation and the victim listed in the murder charge, Christopher Greenaway. The affidavit states the 47-year-old Army veteran had surgery on August 3rd. On August 4th, he experienced stroke-like symptoms early in the morning at the Lewis and Peaches Owen Hart Hospital. A CT scan of his brain showed air where it shouldn't be. All 7 potential victims experienced what the 22-page affidavit called profound and unexplainable incidents resembling stroke-like symptoms.
It's anticipated we'll file multiple aggravated assault charges on top of this one.
The investigation is ongoing, but police did say all the patients were between 47 and 63 years old. 6 of them were male. The air that showed up on Greenaway's CT scan also showed up on the CT scan of the only female patient listed in the affidavit. According to multiple board-certified radiologists, there's a pattern to these cases. They say these injuries are not accidental, and it seems air was deliberately introduced into the victim's arterial lines. But it's not just the injuries that are consistent in these cases, it's the nurse. Davis was working when each of these incidents occurred, and security video shows him in or near the patient's room when the situation became critical. Some of the potential victims are still receiving treatment for the injuries they experienced.
We have spoken with and interviewed all the family members in reference to this case and have made contact with them again last night after the arrest was made.
Davis's license was suspended by the Texas Board of Nurses on March 16th, and shortly thereafter, he started a GoFundMe page saying those funds would help him with attorney fees. In the newsroom, Darcy Burton, CBS 19.
All right, thank you, Darcy.